It's Renner Vulcan back, and I have a video to share, I guess, my frustration with being a DIYer nowadays. So when COVID hit, the supply chains, a lot of them shut down. A lot of companies shut down that used to make oil filters, for example. There's a big company that shut down that provided a lot of oil filters for a lot of manufacturers, for Fram, for example, and other things. Now, I don't run a Fram in my truck. I run all OEM for the most part, AC Delco parts. But even then, why I'm making this video is because it's really tough to be a DIYer nowadays. So the first part starts with my frustration with, this is a 2021 Chevy Silverado Duramax truck. And I'm a contractor. I need to be on the road. I need to have a reliable truck. And what's cool is that GM included a reusable gasket, but I don't know what material they used because the diff cover was rusting from the inside out. So you could see this is not a sanding mark. This is just pitting that I cleaned up just to take a video of. And so although that the diff wasn't leaking, but it was due for a change. Now, this shuts me down because I'm a roofer. It's warm out. We got to get on the roofs. We got to work. And I went to the parts store because this gasket was rusting. On the outside, it was rusting and pitting. And I was like, you know what? Just for reference, I'm going to go replace this gasket. My truck's a 2020 and it's 2026. We should be able to get the part, no problem. Go to the parts store, go to Napa, go to O'Reilly's. They say they don't have one. I go to O'Reilly's, they say this gasket right here is going to cost me $120 because it's a special order. Now, I told the guy to print me off the part number, and Amazon had it for 20 bucks, 23 bucks, OEM AC Delco, that is, not a knockoff. So, what am I trying to say here? With a lot of supply chains shutting down nowadays, it's getting tougher and tougher to be a DIYer now. And a lot of parts stores don't even carry the parts you need to service your truck. So for example, we service this whole truck from the front diff fluid to the transfer case to the transmission to the rear diff. Most part stores don't even carry a transmission fluid for the 10-speed automatic. Now I know that the 10 speeds came out fairly new, but 7-8 years since they've been out, you would think that they would have a fluid on the shelf from other manufacturers. And so this is the problem that we run into with servicing a vehicle. Now I live in the Rust Belt, so things wear out faster, the trucks break down, I do plowing, so every year I flush my fluids, diff, transfer case, transmission. And so when I saw that this cover was actually pitting and rusting here from the inside where the gasket, I was quite shocked to see that if I even replace this gasket, this cover is gonna leak. So now my truck's down for a week. I gotta go order a $500 Banks cover. I don't know exactly how much they are. I'm just saying $400 or $500 Banks cover because they're made out of aluminum. And yes, they do hold more capacity. They do cool more. That's all cool. But the main thing is just little things that can shut you down in a business. And so, having that being said, I wanted to bring your attention to something else that shut us down throughout this process that made me post this video. So, some of these fluids on this truck, only the dealer has. Now, I even went to the dealer here locally that carries this fluid, and the dealer said they had to order it. This is a Chevrolet dealership. So I had to wait one day, I got it. But if the parts stores don't carry your products, and if the dealer can only get it to you, for all the fluids on my truck, and the oil filter, the AC Delco filter, fuel filter, that's like $75 for just one filter. I think all said and done, without bringing my truck to the dealership, to just get the oil serviced and fluids changed and all the filters done, I'm over $1,000. And that doesn't include my employee to do all the fluids. Now, I can't imagine what it would cost if I brought this truck to the dealership. But I wanted to ask you guys, what would you guys pay for just fluids on your truck? What would you guys pay? Because the prices are getting absurd. For one of these fluid quarts at the dealership with a commercial account, you're like over $10 a quart almost. And same with the transfer case fluid and some of the diff fluids. So I want to know, what do you guys service? How much do you pay? Where do you get your filters? The transmission filter, the pan's not even on right now because the parts stores don't carry it. They don't carry the 16-bolt transmission pan filter. So here's a 16-bolt tranny pan right here for the L5P Duramax. I can't even get a transmission filter for this truck. Now, the amazing thing is that these trucks come with a reusable gasket, but I did buy this gasket before, and this gasket is just alone $65. So I just want to know, is it worth it to just bring it to a shop to do it? But then again, you're bringing your truck somewhere that might be not serviced for a few days, or you don't know whose hands you're bringing it and whether they actually did the service. So my question to you guys again is, how much do you guys pay for your service? How often do you do it? I change my fluids every season on my truck, all the diff fluids and all of that. I do put a lot of miles on a year, over 35,000 a year to 40. And my fuel filters go every other oil change. I do run the AC Delco oversized oil filter. And because of being emission compliant, your oil gets dirtier faster. So now you have more frequent oil changes. Diesel is over $6 a gallon now in a lot of states. And just the increase of operating a truck like this is becoming very expensive. So that's it, guys, for today. Rent-A Vulcan here. We appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, share, and share your thoughts in the comments below. And click that notification bell for future videos and updates such as this. We also have jet ski builds that we do. We do riding. We do all kinds of stuff. And yeah, we would love to have your support. Thanks, guys, and take care.